Hey y'all, it's Kierstin Elisabeth and welcome back to my channel. About a month ago I went to this event and I wore this olive green dress and I was trying to figure out how to do my makeup. I didn't know what I wanted to do, so like just off the top of my head I came up with this green eyeshadow ombre looking type of look, as you can see, and I liked it so much. I was like, oh my gosh, like I just came off the top of the dome with it. I was like, why don't I record a video on this? So I recreated this look just for y'all. So this is my Cash Money Green eye makeup tutorial, so I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so as you can see, I've already done my eyebrows because if I would have done that in this video, it just wouldn't have, y'all don't need to see me do my eyebrows. Okay, I'll save that for another time. But to start, I'm going to put concealer on my eyes just for like a primer, and I'm going to use the NYX Conceal, Correct, and Contour palette in the shade Deep, and I'm going to use this first color right up here. For my base color, I'm going to use the Too Faced Chocolate Bar. This is like one of my favorite palettes. If you don't have it, you should, I feel like you should get it because there are so many different colors and so many different looks that you can do with this palette. So I'm going to go in with semi, however you say it, semi-sweet, and do my base color. Crease, I'm going to use the Circa Beauty Metamorphosis palette, and this is just like a little trio of green colors, and there are two green colors and then this little cream color right here. For my crease, I'm going to go in with the darkest green shade. Okay, and next I'm going to fill in my outer corner, and I'm going to use, switching gears really quick, I'm going to use, back to my chocolate bar, I'm going to use triple fudge from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette for my outer corner. Transition type of ombre look, so I'm going to go in with Milani in the shade Bella Emerald, and this is just like a really pretty emerald green, and this is going to be like our main green color, and it's going to go on the lid. And I'm just going to take my little brush, and this is the brush that you want to, you don't want like a fluffy brush, you need something flat because you just want to pat it on because you don't want to spread it around everywhere, you want it to stay in place. The Circa Beauty trio color that we use on our crease, I'm going to use that same color. For eyeliner, and of course you gotta wing it, have to. So for eyeliner, I like to use the Tarte Clay Paint Liner in black, and it also comes with a cute little angled brush. Super duper easy to use. If you have trouble with doing a wing or anything like that, like any angled eyeliner brush makes it easier to handle. So my camera overheated while I was doing my eyeliner, but I just did my wings. So next, I'm going to prime my skin. It's already moisturized, all that good stuff. I just need primer. So first, I'm going to go in with the Becca Evermatte Perfecting Primer. And put that in my T-zone, because that's where I get oily the most. Well, actually, that's where I get oily, period. It's just my T-zone. For my under eyes, just to give me that poreless look, I'm going to go in with the NYX Pore Filler. Color correct, I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Orange, just to cover up dark marks. I'm going to use the MAC Studio Tech Foundation, the cream one, and this is in the shade NC50. That's my color for MAC. And just because this one is a little bit, let's just say it's time for me to get a new one, I'm going to add a little bit of the Physicians Formula Argan Oil, just to, number one, add radiance and like moisture and everything, but just to make it easier to apply because it's a little dry. I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn for my highlight. I set with two different colors. So the first color that I use, well, the first powder that I use the Sacha Buttercup powder, and I literally just apply it first. Dust it right off. When I actually bake, I use the Laura Mercier setting powder. Lashes. This is when I put my lashes on while I'm baking. So I use the Ardell Demi Wispies. Those are my favorite lashes because they look natural and they're not as dramatic. And since I do have like smaller eyes, dramatic lashes kind of take away from whatever eyeshadow look that I have. So for this particular look, I'm just going to use the Ardell Demi Wispies. We're all lashed up. Wipe this off. Okay, now I go in with my contour and I use powder to contour, and I actually use the Kardashian Beauty face powder, and this is in the shade Brunette. Oh my god, I just chipped it. But this is in the shade Brunette. And then I use my e.l.f. contour brush. It just makes it super duper easy to use. Real Techniques stippling brush and blend it in. A little bit more sharp, you can go in with the powder and just go underneath, just to sharpen it up a little bit. If you want that dramatic look, you want to pop in. It doesn't have to sit for too long because you don't necessarily have to bake. You just want to make sure that that line is pronounced. So you can take that right off. Let's see. Oh my god, I didn't blend my nose contour. Okay. Goodness. Okay, so I just take a little brush. This is the Luxie brush number 512. It's a small contouring brush. And just blend that. Ooh, Lord. I'm glad I looked at myself because... Okay, she's blended now. Okay, back to powder. So I use, it's just in my little Z palette. I use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Face Powder in the shade Amber Honey. That's my shade for Estee Lauder. Bronzer from Absolute New York in the shade Dark, and I'm going to go in with that same stippling brush and just a little bit, like not a whole lot, but just to like bring out the contour a little bit more. Now to finish off the eyes, I'm going to go in with that smudge brush that I used before. And I'm going to go into the Circa Beauty Try the eyeshadow trio. And the first color, that lightest green color that we use in the crease, I'm going to go in with that and do my under eye. So it's going to be like an ombre underneath the eye as well. The second shade, the second green, right next to it. With the Milani shade, just to add a little bit more depth. I'm going to use that Triple Fudge color from the Too Faced palette and go underneath the last part of the eye. For my bottom lashes, just to pronounce those a little bit more since we have so many light colors under our eyes, I'm going to go in with the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. The e.l.f. blush palette, and I'm going to use all of the colors except for this darker color right here. I'll be using Champagne Pop, my favorite highlighter ever. I'm going to line my lips with NYX Mahogany. For my color, I'm going to use NYX lipstick in the shade Tahlia. I'm going to use this Hard Candy setting spray. It's cheap, drugstore, but it does the trick. It works really well. So I literally forgot to add my little pop of color in my inner corner. So we gonna do that real quick, okay? See, that just takes it to another level. Whole nother level. Okay, so thank y'all for watching my Cash Money Green makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and look out for the next video, and as always, stay pretty. Bye.